Hey guys, welcome back to Talking with Todd. I'm JC Shirley. This is
CJ Pierce.
and we are from the Stuff Podcast. And today we're joined by our boss and our intrepid leader, Dr. Todd Hernandez. How you doing, boss? Good to see you.
Good to see you guys.
We're here to talk about stamping out stigma. Excuse me. We're in full swing this semester. About a month in, people are starting. I know I'm starting to get my first quizzes, first tests, homework starting to pile up.
And I know Northwest State does a lot to help in that area. I mean, we have a whole list of things. So I'm going to kind of toss it over to Todd real quick and kind of ask the question: what kind of stuff does Northwest State offer in that area of helping students, helping with mental health, helping students just survive the semester?
Yeah, so obviously there's lots of initiatives that we have in place and a lot of infrastructure. I'll start with peer support, right? Students can help each other. We do have a student success center where you can go and you can have any grade and still go to the tutoring center and meet with advisors and tutors and get that sort of help. We have faculty advisors. We have the administrative or academic advisors as well in the advising center. So there's all kinds of people just to reach out to. And I'll say there's nothing wrong with reaching out. Like no one achieves a goal. No one gets successful on their own, and that's me included. At different points in my personal life and professional life, I've had mentors. I've had people that I talk to. We've in this podcast we've talked. I'm doing a mud run. That mud run is Sunday, so okay. We'll see how that goes. But
you got to come back next week and talk to us about
it. I will. My point is, I didn't even prepare for that on my own, right? I have somebody that I work with working out. My brother and I got together a couple of times he's running it as well. So it's not like I'm trying to achieve this on my own. I'm working with other people and anyone that tells you that they've achieved something or met a goal like on their own doesn't really understand how they got there.
It's harder for guys specifically to talk about the quote unquote mental health stuff.
Yeah.
I know for me it was always a little bit tougher still is to admit that I struggle and that I have problems.
Well, the point is to get better, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. You have to push yourself. You have to get uncomfortable. You have to get in that space to grow as individuals, to grow academically, professionally, and personally. So, for you to be able to talk about that is part of the healing. That's part of the overcoming of the stress and the anxiety. So
yeah, it is. And I think you realize that two things come out of that quote unquote rock bottom. One of them is a new aspect of yourself. You grow. Another thing is you realize you can't do it by yourself, and so you bring people in. With you.
The last episode we talked about Trio. That's another resource for students. Yeah. We need to mention our library. The folks in our library do a great job, and they're happy to help as well.
Yeah. So we had our bit for the students, and students keep listening because this is important stuff too. There's been a little bit of hubbub, shall we say, about the recent federal employee COVID-19 vaccine mandation passed down by President Biden within the last couple weeks. And Todd wanted to come on here and address that because it's a really, really important issue.
So President Biden announced that federal employees, federal contractors, private employers with over 100 employees, all are required to require the vaccine. And so I've had a lot of people ask me what that means for us. Technically we're not federal employees, but are we federal contractors? And I can say I've had a conversation with the Attorney General, or at least the Attorney General's office, and they're expecting more clarification on, who is a federal contractor coming in the next week or two, and that'll determine whether or not even the mandate, the announcement applies to us. We're certainly not a private employee, and we're not federal employees. So I'm waiting for further guidance from the Attorney General. Even after that occurs, let's say we are deemed federal contractors. There's three branches of government, and the president, can say what he wants, but we also have the legislative branch and the judicial branch, and a possible outcome. Like I don't have a crystal ball. I don't know what's going to happen, but this mandate isn't going to go in place without someone challenging it in the court system, right? So we'll have to see how all of that plays out. But at this point, I don't even know that it applies to us. I will say, as your president, that I have no intention of implementing a vaccine mandate. I feel that the vaccine is a personal choice. I have it. I don't judge those that don't. Everyone has their reasons, and being in America, you should have that right to choose. My personal belief. So I won't mandate the vaccine for Northwest State Community College, but again, the state or federal government can take that decision out of my hands, and if that happens, we'll address it at that point. But
for sure. We are patiently waiting on the edge of our seat for anything from Washington and from Columbus, and we hope that it gets to stay in Todd's wise hands, those decisions that we have going on.
Todd's always done a good job for us, and he doesn't keep state secrets.
Nope.
I mean, he does keep state secrets, but he doesn't like...
I would like to say we do intend to hold more vaccine clinics on campus. So...
and that's good. That's really good.
Yep. Executive Vice President Albert Lewis is working with the Henry County Health Department to work out those logistics. But our intention is to bring the health department back on our campus, hold a clinic for both new vaccinations and the booster vaccination. So, certainly I encourage the vaccine, but I also encourage everyone's right to choose.
Yeah,
so.
For sure.
What will the last thing that the stuff and Nineveh meeting, all that is, that we'll say is, when we know, you'll know next. Thanks, guys, for listening and watching to Talking with Todd. Todd, it's been a pleasure. Good to have you on, as always. Stay safe, and remember, stay excellent to each other.
And party on, my dudes and dudettes.
Peace out.